Is saving species from extinction inherently a good thing, or is the whole idea of conservation biology predicated on a faulty system of ethics? A couple weeks ago, I attended a conference on the relatively new field of wild animal welfare, and it was really interesting because it forced me to question a lot of assumptions that I didn't even realize I was making. Wild animal welfare is similar to wildlife conservation in that both of them are disciplines that seek to protect wild animals, and they both rely on science to achieve their goals, but they differ in their underlying value system. The goal of conservation is to prevent populations from dwindling to extinction and to restore ecosystems to some prior state of intactness. In practice, that usually means the way they were before European colonization and industrialization. The goal of wild animal welfare, on the other hand, is to ensure that the greatest number of individuals have the best lives possible. Often, maybe even most of the time, the goals of conservation and wild animal welfare are aligned, but sometimes the two value systems are at odds with each other. For example, let's say there's an endangered species of predator that's been wiped out from most of its former range. Should we capture some individuals, breed them in captivity, and then release their offspring into areas where the species has been wiped out? Conservationists would say, of course we should. But doing this might actually increase the amount of suffering in the world, because first, you're taking individuals who've spent their entire lives in the wild and forcing them to live in a confined captive environment, and then you're releasing a bunch of predators into an environment where individuals haven't had to deal with that predator for generations. And thinking about this really forced me to reflect on why I think we should conserve biodiversity in the first place. Do we believe that it's inherently valuable to have as many species as possible on Earth just for the sake of it? Or do we ultimately value biodiversity because of the benefits it has for individuals? For example, because conserving biodiversity helps maintain ecosystem functioning, which in turn provides a home for the individuals that live there. The more I think about this, the more I find it hard to justify prioritizing biodiversity over net individual welfare when there's a conflict between those two things. But I'd love to hear what you think in the comments.